Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what we're going to do today is make this little nativity scene. Nativity scene. And yeah, I'm going to do it in some little different colors though. So for I mixed up a total of 8 ounces. And I have 3 ounces for my peoples that I'm going to use flesh. Now for my little sheep, I've got just a little bit of resin here, and I'm going to use this Vanilla Bean by Pores. It's like a yellowish looking color. Sheep to me looks like a little dirty yellow, and I might put a little brown in there. For my donkey, I'm going to use Pores Halley's Comet. I've got about an ounce of resin in there. I've got about an ounce for my cow, and we're going to use the Dulce for it. Now for my stable, we are going to use this Midnight Blue paste from Just Resin. I haven't used it. I just opened it. Well, I took the plastic off the outside. I didn't open the inside. So let's get this open. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to get it everywhere, of course. Try to scrape that off. I'm going to change my gloves, because I got that all over me. All right. But we're going to mix up these colors. Let me wipe that up here a little bit, because I can't take that. I will stick my hand in that. I know I will. I know me. Okay. I've got a couple of sticks here. That one looks like it's got resin on it. Okay, let's use this one. All right, looks like it's mixed up pretty well. It doesn't look like it's settled any, did it? Isn't that a pretty blue? I mean, look at that. Kind of looks like what's it called? Candy blue that they have. So I'm just going to scrape some of that off. Just going to use that little bit right there that's on that stick into that resin. Now, I think I've got about 4 ounces in here, maybe. Don't know if I'll need 4 for the whole thing, but that's what I got. Isn't that pretty? And I did mix my resin, and then I just separated it into cups. So I got a total of 8 ounces altogether. I don't know if it's going to use the whole 8. But anyways, I just hope it's enough. I don't want to have to mix up more. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay. Mix that there. I'm going to put all of this in the vacuum chamber after we get our colors mixed. And get rid of some bubbles, because these are pretty deep molds. They look like they're about 1 inch thick, so I'm hoping I've got enough resin for each one. Okay, scrape this off here. That is a very, very pretty blue. Okay, clean the stick off. I'm not going to do it with any of the other colors because they're lighter colors. So I don't want to mix them. Okay, I'm just going to get a little scoop there. Put that in there. Put the lid on this. Because y'all know me, I'll breathe wrong and blow it everywhere. Okay. Mix this up. Yeah, I think I'm going to put just a touch of that Halley's Comet in here, because it's yellow and I want it to have that dirty brown looking color, but I don't want it to be really dark. This Halley's Comet's a beautiful color. Just a little bit more. And one time we got it open, I'm just gonna, it looks like it's mixed in with crushed crystal. This one does. All right, now Let's see if this is going to give me that dirty brown looking color mixing these two. Yeah, that's more of what I want. Okay. Sometimes I use the Octopus Fluids, the inks, the resin ink, and make it look a little dirty brown looking color. But I think that's better. Still a very creamy looking color, but I'm going to get a tint of a little bit of gold in there, it looks like. Okay, wipe that off. Now let's mix this one here. Can you see it flying? There we go. Mix this up. And there's my heat again. I've turned that thing off so many times trying to record. It just likes to keep kicking on. It's an industrial heater that has a thermostat and kicks on and off on its own. But you kind of got to guess the temp where to put it. So it drives me crazy. But isn't that pretty? I think our donkey would look pretty in that. Okay. Clean this off. Let me turn the heat off. There we go. All right. Now our flesh for our peoples. I'm going to do a good little scoop of that. This has a slight tint of gold to it. But it is a really pretty color. There we go. Okay, scrape your sides because powder's going to stick to them. All right. And I will link everything in the comments or what's it called? The description box. Okay. Hopefully that is mixed up. I don't have no clumps flying around, but isn't that pretty? Okay. For our peoples. Clean this off. And I don't need that one. Whoop, forgot to put my lid back on it. And last for my cow. Let's see. Dulce. Get a little of this in there. It's like a grayish brown looking color. I don't know how it's going to mix up to look, but it's almost got a silvery tint to it. There we go. This way we can have, a little color. I've seen people make one similar to this. Look, I'm going to have to, I done got some color down in there. I'll clean that out when I've got these in the vacuum chamber. I've seen somebody make one similar to this. And they did it with the polyurethane resin. It turned out really pretty too. I just didn't want it all white. I gotta have color, people. Okay. Mix, 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 mix. I think I heard my sister just show up. She cleans my house every Friday. So there we go. All right. I heard a car door close, and I think it's her. My neighbor's house burned down the other day. So if y'all are praying people, please pray for them. Not sure what happened, but it was a total loss. And don't know where they're staying. I do know they have family they're staying with somewhere. I hope. I worry too much about people. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get these in the vacuum chamber, clean this mold up, and we'll be back to pour in just a moment. All right, guys, so got all of that out of the vacuum chamber. Let's just spritz of alcohol in each one of these. Probably too much, but you know me. Do my little sheep. I believe he could have used a little more brown, but he's still going to be pretty. I think I'm going to have some left over. Okay. Here we go. There's our little sheep. Next is donkey. So we can always use some of the other if we don't mix up enough for these little animals, and just mix it. Okay. We'll have to scrape the bottom of the barrel for him to be full. Okay. Here we go. Just scrape all this out. All right. Just about. Nice little drip drops here. Get the outside of the container. Okay. There we go. All right, now our cow. I hope I have enough to fill him up. But I believe I'm going to have to mix in some other color. The cream color probably, since we've got some of that left. I think the cream will mix in nicely with him. Get all that off. See if we can scrape everything we can out of here. And then we will throw in some of that cream color. I think we're going to need all of this as well. And we'll just kind of drizzle it in there. Don't know how it's going to turn out. But anyways, there we go. I'm not going to scrape this. Well, I believe I could scrape it completely. I think he can hold it. There we go. Well, at least we know we don't have any of that wasted. Okay. Drip drop off. One more drip drop. There we go. Okay. So those have been scraped. Now, our peoples. Let's do these first. So it's almost got like this goldy looking color to it. And I may have to mix up more for our people. I don't know. I did 3 ounces. But we got quite a few peoples. And like I said, this is a very deep mold. Okay. Get Mary here. Now our wise men, I'm going to need more. Definitely more. I think I'm going to need at least another ounce. Maybe 2. Because that was 3 ounces. So that means that they held almost an ounce apiece. So we definitely need 2 more ounces for that. Okay. Scrape the last little bit out. All right. Last little drops. One more little drop. And we'll go on to the blue. So I need 2 ounces. Okay. Now, I hope this is enough to fill up the stable. I mean, it may not be. I may need more of it as well. We'll see. I believe we're going to be okay on it. Once I scrape it, I think we'll be okay. I don't know. We may need another ounce for it as well. So I mixed up 8. So if I mixed up 8, this might hold 10 ounces. I bet. I bet it's a 10-ounce mold. That is such a pretty blue. Okay. I've got to mix up some more resin, guys. I'm going to mix up an ounce for the blue because I really think it can hold it. And I'm going to mix up 2 ounces of the flesh. All right. So let me get this cleaned off. I need to fill that back up as well. I'm about empty. All right. Clean this off. That blue's kind of stained the tip. Okay, I think I got it off. Oop, nope. Now I got it off. All right, guys. I'm going to mix up 3 more ounces of resin and put some color in it, put it in the vacuum chamber, and we'll be back. All right, guys. So I got the resin mixed up. So let's put some color in here. I take a big scoop like that and put in there. Probably don't need all that, but that's what I'm going to do. That's the flesh. Now I need a napkin. So I need to clean that stick off because we got our midnight blue. Just going to get some of that on there. About that. Probably don't even need all that. Actually, no, I don't need all that, but I'm doing it anyways. Alright, let's get this mixed. You see the mica powder fly? Got to do it really slow. Okay. I think we're about the same color we were. I think this one only gets like one color. It doesn't matter how much you use. Well, I mean, you got to use enough, but then it kind of just stays the same color. So it's pretty easy to match. Scrape the sides here, get all of that mica powder off there. Okay. I'm going to put these in the vacuum chamber. So I just want to make sure I don't have bubbles, because y'all know, look at me stir. All I'm doing is creating bubbles. If you use a mixer, it doesn't create the bubbles like I create. It does keep it down to where you don't really get that many bubbles. So electric mixers, hand crank mixer, whatever you want to use, they do help to prevent bubbles. All right, let me clean this thing off. Now let's mix our blue. And the blue's the same way. It's only going to get so dark. It's not going to darken up any more than that already. Just scrape our sides here. Now the key to this one is getting it off that stick, because there's going to be a lot on that stick that has not mixed up. Okay. This stick has a curve to it. I'm going to throw it away after I use it. It's the first time I've used this one, but I don't like it. It's hard to find good stir sticks. And I have silicone ones, but I hate them things. All right. Get this in the debubbler. Oh, look. I'm going to have a blue spotted sheep. Oh, well. I'll see you guys after I get these out of the vacuum chamber. Alrighty, guys. Got it out of the vacuum chamber. Filled my little alcoholer up. Hopefully, this is enough to fill up these two. Okay. I'm going to have to scrape that one. But I think when I scrape it, we will be able to have enough to fill it completely. Okay. And this was 2 ounces. Yeah, he is bubbled up there. Try to get everything I can out of here for these guys, because they need it. And they're made to sit up on their own. So, I think they'll be really pretty. Put them on my mantle or something for Christmas. But then I can see my little kitties climbing up there and knocking them off too, because they're so spoiled rotten. My little Punky is, oh, I just don't know about that little thing. Soon as I get home, she is meow, 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 and I have to pick her up and snuggle her. She doesn't even let me go to the bathroom by myself. She's like a 2-year-old. I think I've just overly spoiled her. I've never had a cat that spoiled, but she's definitely spoiled. That is for sure. But I love that little thing. She's my baby. All right. Let's see about filling this all the way. Okay, and I've got almost 2 ounces in this as well. So I accidentally mixed up a little more than what I was going for. So I won't need it all. But anyways, let's let that level out. Okay. I think he can hold just a little bit more here. If I don't jerk and spill it. Okay, I think it's good. Now, what to do with the rest of this? Where's that little turtle? Remember the turtle? Still not finished him. So, here's the green and the blue glitter. So, I think this blue will look really pretty dumped right down in there. Don't know if it'll fill him up, but he'll still need more. But he'll have a layer of blue. And his belly inside will be blue. Let's scrape all this out. Okay. I love their blues. Their blue pastes are so pretty, and I've got quite a few of them, but I think they all kind of look the same. Okay, see what now I can scrape out of here. Okay, drip drop off. Let's go around here. Try to scrape it off of that. I think we can get another little drop or two off of there. I think one more and we're going to be done. Yeah, that's all we're going to get. So, let's clean this up. He still needs more. So, he's going to move on to the next. Or to the next time that we can throw a color in there that's going to kind of match. Because I want him to be pretty. I don't want him to be ugly and not match. I know sometimes I come up with some funky looking stuff just by throwing any color in there, but yeah, I like it. All right, guys, I'm going to spritz a little. We'll let those cure up, and I'm going to clean up some of this that I spilled, because you know that's going to drive me crazy if I don't. All right, guys, we'll let this cure up. We'll come back for a demold. See you guys then. So this is cured up. So we're going to get it out and see what it looks like. Our turtle's still got a little tiny bit of room in there. I could probably go ahead and demold him and not have trimmed the bottom. But I think I'm just going to wait and put another layer on him in the next video. Or when I get a color that's going to match, a green or a blue. All right, let's get out our stable first. Now this has a star. We're going to put some yellow resin down in there, because we want that to show. It's got some smudge marks. You could top this with UV resin if you wanted to use a high viscosity, if you wanted to shine these pieces up, or top coat them. Here's our peoples, and that is that flesh color. So there's the stable. You can see what I mean about the star and then all these little scuffed places. Okay, and some peoples and her baby. Oh, baby Jesus there. Okay. Let's get out the rest of our people, our little wise men. And here's another wise man. And another wise man. Those are cute. Now our animals. Here's our cow. Here's our little donkey. And then let's see how our sheep turned out. A little speckled blue on the back. Okay, and our little sheep. Now we've got some color. And that turned out better than what I thought it would. Alrighty, guys. Let's see if we can get some yellow UV to go down in there. Let's see. Do I want a glitter UV? I know I've got a gold here somewhere. This is the T-Expert Colored UV Resin Gold. So, let's see if we can try that. All right. I probably should shake this up first, shouldn't I? Because it's a glittered UV resin. It's very thick. But I do want that glitter all through it. And then we're going to do a very thin layer and try to get that to cure up. Since we're just doing one layer, it should be okay. All right. Get my sloth. I love sloths. Okay, I'm going to get this to go up in each of these little areas, go all the way to the tip. And you could use regular epoxy and just fill this in as well. Use a pipette and you could get it to go down in there without going everywhere. Okay. Get it down in that one. I think I'm going to have to add more to get this to spread all the way. Kind of like to just get one very, very thin layer and then do another layer on top to fill it up. Since you can't go all the way through, you got to do it in very, very thin layers. Okay, I've got to get a little tiny bit more for that bottom. There's always bubbles. Always. Pop that sucker. Okay. Here we go. Now, cure this up. I could get out my light, but usually you don't need to for something this thin and this small. Handheld will do fine. And this is a very strong little handheld light. I think I got 2 of them in a package off of Amazon a long time ago. Yeah, we're getting cured. So, put some more on there. Okay, now let's get this to spread out. Try to do it without going over. Get those tips. This one over here. Almost. I made my own little scribes. I've made quite a few of them. I couldn't find any that I wanted to buy. The only place I could find them to buy them was on the TikTok shop. And they didn't have designs that I wanted. So I bought the stuff and made my own. Watched a YouTube video to figure out how to do it, of course. Okay, let's cure that layer up. I think one more layer and we'll be good. I got a little bit of overage there. I bet I've already cured it. Q-tips run from me. Yeah. Don't think I can get it off. I've already cured it on there. It just takes a second to cure this stuff. When it's that thin, all the light has to do is go over it. Okay. All right, we're good. Still not filled all the way up, but I don't think I want to fill it all the way up. I think I'm good right there. So, let me clean this sucker off, cap it back over. All right, that is it, guys. There's our little, now you could take some rhinestones and put like on for their hat or however you wanted to do. Separate the baby from the manger or the little horns. Whatever you wanted to do, you could do it that way. But I don't have the time. I got something on there. Let's get that off. And that's why I'm not going to do it. I might do it later. But anyways, there we go. I'll post you some picture at the end, and I'll see you guys back for the next video. So, bye for now.